I think university is a time where you find yourself. This is the time where I've truly learnt my potential and what I'm capable of.
We had 24 students from the University of Newcastle come along to Borneo. We spent 3 days in the Borneo jungle and we looked at orangutans in their habitat. It was amazing.
The skills that I've gained over those years and even watched and reflected on how much I've learnt, it amazes me.
I'm the first one in my family to graduate. My dad always said to me, he said, only brain can make a man. That means only knowledge can make a man. And I always had, the voice of my dad in the back of my head, saying that I could do it. Graduation was a major achievement in my life.
I started the university as an able-bodied kid, and then I had an accident after my second year. So that dream as a young kid from a disadvantaged background of throwing that cap and gown into it almost puts a tear in my eye of having that sense of achievement.
I was doing some volunteer work. One of the volunteer boss said to me that if you really like helping people, why don't you become a nurse? I want graduates to be bold, be courageous, and be your best.
I think it is very important to focus on your purpose because there will be a lot of issues, a lot of challenges facing ahead, and being able to overcome each time, I think it's what's important.
It's a wonderful feeling to be an alumni. You have this connection with other alumni, other students who have graduated.
Not just national, but also it's global scale.
Having a community behind you is probably the greatest thing you can have, apart from your family and friends, because really it's just a bigger version of them.
A family that is now around the world.
We've all come together as one, and we're all going to be lifelong friends.
But just enjoy the moment.
Words can't describe it.
It lasts a few seconds, but you really will remember it forever.
The world is your oyster. You really don't know what it's going to be tomorrow. You don't know what it's going to be the next day, but take every single opportunity that comes your way.
Congratulations, graduates.
Congratulations, graduates.
Congratulations, graduates.
Welcome to our global alumni community.
Welcome, graduates and guests, to this special occasion. To comply with safety regulations, I'd like to point out the emergency exits in the Great Hall. Please note your nearest green emergency exit sign to locate your closest exit. As a courtesy to everyone in the room, we ask that you please switch your mobile phone to silent. We acknowledge this is a long-awaited occasion. COVID-19 has likely further extended your wait. This situation has also required us to make modifications to the ceremony. Graduates, under this different ceremony format, we ask that you rise from your seat when your name is called and remain standing in front of your chair facing forward while your qualification title is announced. Feel free to remove your mask as you stand if you feel comfortable doing so. You will then acknowledge your achievement by doffing, that is, tipping your hat towards the Chancellor. You can then retake your seat as the audience applauds. Your guests should remain seated. At the conclusion of today's ceremony, we will instruct each graduate and your guests when it is time to leave your seats. You will be exiting in turn using the front and rear doors, and a photograph will be taken of you and your guests. An electronic copy of this photograph will be available to all graduates to access and share. Graduates, in May, you will receive an invitation to complete the Graduate Outcomes Survey. This survey gathers feedback on your higher education experience to improve the experience of future students. We strive to provide the best university experience possible for our students, but this cannot be achieved without your valuable feedback. We would appreciate you watching for an email to your university account so that you can assist us with this. Some of the terminology used in today's ceremony may be unfamiliar to you. To assist in your appreciation of the ceremony, we've provided a history of graduation and an explanation of terms in the graduation booklet. The academic procession will enter the Great Hall in a few moments. When the procession enters, could you please rise and remain standing for the singing of the Australian National Anthem? Thank you.
Australians, oh let us rejoice, for we are one and free. We've golden soil and wealth for toil, our home is good by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty rich and rare. In history's page let every stage advanced Australia fair. In joyful strains then let us sing advanced Australia fair.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this very special graduation ceremony. On behalf of the University of Newcastle, I respectfully acknowledge the traditional custodians, the Pambalong clan of the Awabakal people, on whose traditional land this campus is located, and I pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging. As Chancellor of this university and a graduate myself, I'm very honoured to be able to celebrate this major milestone in your academic careers. Each of our university graduates is unique, and each year through these ceremonies we celebrate their success. This year's graduates are indeed an inspiration. Before me sits a group of people whose determination and resilience is remarkable by any measure. We all know that the past 2 years have been unprecedented. The pandemic has had a profound impact on everyone in this room and terribly relevant at the moment. The crisis came right on the heels of major natural disasters, of floods and fires, which had already taken a toll on many of our students. This ceremony acknowledges your drive and determination to succeed. Well done. Graduates, today you take with you a degree from a fine institution on a global basis. Newcastle is acknowledged for delivering excellence in education to some 39,000 students Our degree programs are designed to prepare you for life and work after you graduate and connect you with your industries and communities. Similarly, our research is focused on delivering impact and innovation with a steady focus on working with partners to support the development of our regions. The university focus on excellence in education and research sits hand in glove with a long-held commitment to equity. We offer the opportunity of education to students from all walks of life who have talent and determination. 1/4 of our students are from low socioeconomic backgrounds, and we have the largest number of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander students of any Australian university. We are proud of every student, and we are committed to providing the best learning environment and opportunities to help them realise their potential. Today's celebration of the completion of your studies marks another important milestone: your entry into the University of Newcastle alumni network, and you're in very good company. One example is Stuart Evans, who graduated with a Bachelor of Business and a Bachelor of Economics in 2008. Today, Stuart leads company Vivid Economics and influences global climate change policy. His work includes supporting the governments of New Zealand and the UK in adopting net zero emission targets, leading the development of the World Bank Emissions Trading System Handbook report, and leading a major policy review into the European Union's emission trading system, and all of this before the age of 35. To address climate change, we'll need to change our economy and our behaviour, and Stuart Evans is helping countries shift to net zero emissions and develop roadmaps to reduce carbon pollution. Our alumni network is vast. Another alumna is Dr. Ricky Elliott. She completed a Bachelor of Psychology in 2005 and became a Doctor of Clinical Psychology in 2013. Dr. Ricky Elliott is a leader in antenatal and postnatal mental health, development trauma and addiction. She works tirelessly in health services and private practice to support the mental health needs of children, young people and families. She is the co-founder of the Hummingbird Centre, which is based here in the Hunter. They provide services to support people experiencing mental ill health and address issues like domestic violence and drug abuse. We know that the pandemic has precipitated a global mental health crisis. Dr. Elliott is gaining international recognition for her work in supporting other mental health professionals during this time, and her centre provides specialist training to fight the increasingly high rates of burnout amongst mental health clinicians. You are now united with achievers like Stuart Evans and Dr. Ricky Elliott and the people sitting around you as an alumnus of the university. Our network of passionate and talented alumni stretches across the world. It now comprises more than 155,000 members in 149 countries. The network and its chapters offer unique opportunities to connect professionally and socially with other alumni. And I really do encourage you to stay connected. I think you'll find it very satisfying, and we certainly think it's an important initiative from the university. Today is the culmination of many years of hard work, and this ceremony is a symbol of all you've experienced and achieved during your time at the University of Newcastle. This includes an acknowledgement of the support of your family and friends who've been with you every step of the way on your journey to today. To family and friends, we sincerely thank you for your important role and the assistance you've provided in helping these graduates reach their goals. Again, my heartfelt congratulations to each and every one of you. I now call on our Vice-Chancellor, Professor Alex Zielinski AO, to introduce today's occasional speaker. Thank you.
Thank you, Chancellor. But before I do, I just make a couple of remarks, but I really do congratulate everyone here. It has been a very tough last 2 years to be completing your studies, and you've done it. And even this week, there's been new challenges put forward with COVID, but I'm very hopeful that 2022 will be a better year, and we really need you, the people here, the graduates, to help in that workforce, because your work will be even more important going forward. But today, it's my great pleasure to invite Professor Kim Usher to deliver today's occasional address. Professor Usher is an experienced academic and researcher with a commitment to co-designed and collaborative research that has a meaningful community and social justice impact. Recently, Professor Usher has undertaken research and published on issues related to family violence, mental health, and the health of First Nations people. Professor Usher previously studied and worked at the University of Newcastle and holds an Associate Diploma of Nursing Education from the Armidale College Advanced Education, a Diploma of Applied Science in Nursing from our university, and a Bachelor of Arts from the University of New England, and a Master of Nursing Studies and a PhD from Deakin University. So she's very accomplished. So Professor Usher is a lead researcher on a Medical Research Future Fund Bushfire Fund granted to investigate the effects of arts-based storytelling workshops on mental health recovery after the Black Summer bushfires, and the New South Wales Health COVID-19 funded grant to explore the impact of COVID-19 on preventative health behaviours in First Nations communities. She's also the New South Wales lead on Australian Research Council grant on Aboriginal young people wellbeing and resilience, and a second investigator on a cardiovascular grant in conjunction with the University of Newcastle team. Professor Usher is the Editor-in-Chief of the International Journal of Mental Health Nursing, an editorial board member of the Journal of Advanced Nursing and the Journal of Clinical Nursing. She's published over 300 peer-reviewed papers and supervised many PhD students. She's frequently invited to be a PhD examiner and is a fellow of both the Australian College of Mental Health Nurses and the Australian College of Nursing. Along with Professor Deborah Jackson and Patricia Davison, Professor Usher has a new book to be released this month on PhD supervision. I'm delighted that Professor Usher is able to join us on this very special occasion for our graduates from the College of Health, Medicine and Wellbeing. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Professor Kim Usher to deliver the occasional address.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, members of the Council, staff of the University, families and friends, and importantly, graduates. I'd like to begin by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land we are meeting on today, the Awabakal people, and pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging. And I also pay my respects to any Aboriginal and or Torres Strait Islander people who may be with us here today. It's an absolute pleasure to deliver this occasional address, and I thank those responsible for inviting me to do so. It's especially important to me, given that I also graduated from here many years ago, and I also taught here in a nursing program for a number of years. The University of Newcastle, as you've heard, is an outstanding university, and I'm sure you've been offered a course of very high standard. When I graduated from here, I had no idea where my career would take me. And I would never have guessed I would end my career as a professor of nursing after a journey that spanned over more than 40 years. I started nursing under the old system of hospital training, so came later to university studies. After working for some time in the mental health area, I decided to take on a teaching role because I was keen to be involved in the development of nursing education, and be involved in the education of nursing students. But my career has taken me to many countries, and I've had many opportunities, all because I decided to become a nurse and had a passion for helping people reach the best health possible, and also a thirst for the knowledge that would enable me to achieve that goal. Some of the highlights of my career have been working as an intern at the World Health Organization headquarters in Geneva, doing consultancies for International Council of Nursing, chairing the Australian Council of Deans of Nursing and Midwifery, conducting many consultancies for the Australian Government in Pacific and Asian countries. They were all related to nursing education or research, and being the head of school and dean of two nursing schools at 2 universities. I've always been proud to be a nurse and loved the roles I had as a clinician, educator, researcher and leader. It's important that you love the work you do, because that is what sustains you during a career that will take up a big part of your life. My passion for nursing and learning now keeps me going when many others my age have already retired and headed off on long trips around Australia or the world. So far I've managed to avoid the grey nomad calling. Instead, I'm still leading several large funded research projects related to the effects of bushfires and COVID-19, the mental health of Aboriginal adolescents and Aboriginal people's stroke experiences. Being a researcher and a PhD supervisor has been the greatest of my achievements. Solving complex problems in health and society has been my driving force, and witnessing students' joy in discovery and their growth of skills and confidence, my inspiration. During my career, I've witnessed many ups and downs, many traumatic events and accidents, and I thought I was well prepared to face others. For example, I was sent to Indonesia after the tsunami and to Sichuan in China after the massive earthquake to do rapid mental health upskilling for frontline workers, and I thought that was hard enough. But the last few years have been very difficult and tormenting times for us in Australia. Droughts, bushfires, floods, the pandemic, tornadoes, and more floods. Due to COVID-19, many people across the world have died. Many, many more have succumbed to the virus. And of those, a number will never experience the level of health they had prior to contracting the disease. Many have experienced high levels of emotional distress, and we've seen a rise in the rates of domestic violence. We have to remember too that many nurses have lost their lives caring for others during the pandemic. Yes. These outcomes have had tragic impacts across the globe. The bushfires also had great tragic results for us in this country: loss of lives and livelihood, farm acres lost, homes and buildings destroyed, native animals lost, and natural habitats destroyed. The flooding had similar outcomes. So never before have health professionals had such an important role to play in healthcare in such an unprecedented time of loss and uncertainty. So your role is an essential one. Today, I would like to take some time to share some things that have helped me during my career. Firstly, in all aspects of my work, I have always remained true to a principle that has guided me during my career. For me, the importance of education, research, administration must be driven by our concern for better health outcomes for our patients, for that is our mission. As nurses, we must always be committed to enhancing the outcomes for patients, and everything we do should be for that reason. When you acknowledge the importance of that goal, you will recognise that nursing offers us the privilege to enter and make a difference in the lives of other human beings. And where they come from, the colour of their skin, their age or illness, their religious preferences or culture will have no impact on your work and what you offer them, for you will be committed to offering them the best you can in any role you undertake. In undertaking a master's degree here or a PhD, You have taken a step towards enhancing your ability to provide outstanding care in whatever field you work. Everything we do must be aimed at providing those better outcomes for patients. Without them, there would be no need for us. Secondly, try and create the world that you want to live in. Look at the world today. Look around you and say, how can I make this a better place? Many people across the country are homeless. Many live in extreme poverty, while some enjoy wonderful lifestyles. My goal has been to work for justice and equity for all, because I believe equity is concerned with the fairness and social justice, and aims to focus on the concern for people's needs instead of providing services that reach the greatest numbers. The equity paradigm promotes investing in the transmission of services to people who need them most. Global crises like COVID-19 have a way of shining a spotlight on our social shortcomings. COVID has disproportionately affected communities where, historically, there has been less opportunity. The recent COVID-19 outbreak in Aboriginal communities near Dubbo and in Wilcannia have made us aware of the risks faced by those for whom healthcare remains inadequate. This pandemic is forcing all of us not only to address immediate needs, but also to think about the longer-term solutions that will help us all as we live and age in the future, and lessening the impact of future crises. It has also given us some time and space to rethink who we are, to try something new and to reimagine our future as healthcare providers, educators and researchers in a world that will never be the same again. Thirdly, I encourage you to stick with like-minded people, people you trust to have your back, as that's very important. The healthcare industry, education and research are stressful environments. Make sure you surround yourself with others who have the same principles as you, the same commitment and passion for improving the systems and processes, the same determination to provide excellent care that offers the patient the best possible outcome, and the same determination to move ahead in your career. Remember, to fly with eagles, you must first of all surround yourself with people who can fly. COVID-19 has greatly impacted our current pre-registration nursing students. Recent research I've conducted has provided us with harrowing stories of distress, uncertainty, fear, and even decisions to leave the course and leave the discipline because of COVID. These nurses will need your support when they graduate and enter the workforce. You can lead the way to ensure that they feel valued and mentored, and turn into caring clinicians who know that someone has their back. Finally, I encourage you to remain committed to furthering your education and the search for new knowledge. Even for those people who've just completed a PhD, it never stops. Our discipline needs health professionals with higher education and advanced research skills, as the only way for us to be recognised as leaders in the health industry is to be as well or better educated than other health professionals. We need highly educated and skilled nurses who can make use of the best evidence in the clinical area in care delivery. We also need educated and skilled nurses to undertake research in hospitals and universities and to teach nursing students. I encourage you to see today as the beginning of your education rather than as the end. I applaud you for taking the steps you've taken already. There are so many opportunities ahead, Masters by Research, PhD. Do not discount these opportunities as they are exciting and challenging, but they are available to you. My greatest joy at the end of my career is experiencing the excitement when a PhD student completes their degree or has their first paper published. To date, I've completed over 40 students, and they've been the highlight of my career as an academic, And that is what sustains me in my role today and keeps me going when others say, "Isn't enough enough?" I'd like to leave you with one last comment. Kerry Washington, at a commencement keynote address at George Washington University in 2013, said, "You and you alone are the only person who can live the life and write the story you were meant to tell." This is very relevant for you today as you graduate with your postgraduate degree or PhD. As you go forward from here, remember the world is yours to take, the career yours to design, and the future yours to write. I hope you choose to write a story that sustains your career and takes you forward. I congratulate you, wish you well, and commend you on your choice to study at Newcastle University, or University of Newcastle, sorry. Finally, I thank you for listening to me today, and I hope I do get to cross paths with some of you in the future. Thank you.
Thank you indeed, Professor Usher, and welcome back to the University of Newcastle. You're certainly always welcome here. And by way of explanation, the University of Newcastle has a relationship with the University of New England that even predates the formation of the formal University of Newcastle, and you will know that we have joint programs with that fine university, particularly in the area of rural and remote health. Professor Usher's advice couldn't be more timely. I think all of us owe an enormous debt of gratitude to our healthcare professionals, and it was good that that was acknowledged during Professor Usher's speech. I guess we've always been aware, but it's certainly been heightened in recent times. And I think the principles she espoused to you are obviously enormously important, particularly the patient-centric starting point. Patients have so much dependence, and it's never been more apparent than now to their healthcare professionals. So as a university, we salute all of those healthcare professionals that have done such a wonderful job and continue to do such a wonderful job at this trying time. Thank you, Professor Usher. Ladies and gentlemen, we now come to an important and formal aspect of this ceremony, and for this I'd like to ask all of the graduates to please stand. You stand, graduates? Thank you. Thank you. As Chancellor of this university, I now officially confer awards to all those candidates who have fulfilled the conditions for admission of that award. Congratulations. I wonder if everyone now would join me and my colleagues up here in applauding the wonderful achievements of our graduates. Please be seated, and congratulations. I now call on Professor Z. Upton, Pro-Vice-Chancellor for the College of Health, Medicine and Wellbeing, to present today's graduates.
Chancellor, I present to you the candidates who have fulfilled the conditions for admission to the awards of this university. Graduates, would you please stand as your name is announced? Doctor of Philosophy graduates have undertaken a program of independent supervised study for the equivalent of up to 4 years of full-time study. These graduates have produced significant and original research outcomes, culminating in a thesis which has been independently examined by external experts of international standing. Today, the university is proud to honour graduates who have satisfied the rigorous criteria for the award of Doctor of Philosophy. Na Tin Tin Hemwe, graduating with a Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Na Tin Hemwe's thesis is entitled feasibility of acupuncture intervention to promote sleep quality of older people in residential aged care facilities, a mixed method study. Nartan Tintin Hemwe. Jessica Wood, graduating with the Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Wood's thesis is entitled Exploring the Use of Virtual Reality Technology in Neonatal Resuscitation Simulation for Midwifery Students, a mixed method study examining the impact of confidence and stress. Dr. Wood. Congratulations to these two high degree by research graduates. I now invite Professor Kerry Inder from the School of Nursing and Midwifery to present graduates of postgraduate coursework degrees.
Chancellor, I present Suzanne Murphy, graduating with a Master of Applied Management Nursing with distinction. Pramila Shrestha, graduating with a Master of Applied Management Nursing. Tobias Mukandi, graduating with a Master of Mental Health Nursing and a Master of Nurse Practitioner. Paige Hutchinson, graduating with a Master of Mental Health Nursing with distinction. Corey Lau, graduating with a Master of Mental Health Nursing with distinction. Lorraine Lynch, graduating with a Master of Mental Health Nursing with distinction. Ashtha Shrestha, graduating with a Master of Mental Health Nursing with distinction. Mitra Amadi, graduating with a Master of Mental Health Nursing. Bakht Shad Ali, graduating with a Master of Mental Health Nursing. Rahman Ali, graduating with a Master of Mental Health Nursing. Shalini Dimri, graduating with a Master of Mental Health Nursing. Titi Du, graduating with a Master of Mental Health Nursing. Zanelli Dubé, graduating with a Master of Mental Health Nursing. Noella Ennis, graduating with a Master of Mental Health Nursing. Stuart Fernando, graduating with a Master of Mental Health Nursing. Amit Kumar Gautam, graduating with the Master of Mental Health Nursing. Jervis John, graduating with the Master of Mental Health Nursing. Ajith Josie, graduating with a Master of Mental Health Nursing. Nita Kadria Situla, graduating with the Master of Mental Health Nursing. Judy Kau, graduating with the Master of Mental Health Nursing. Catherine Comiti, graduating with the Master of Mental Health Nursing. Jagat Koriala, graduating with a Master of Mental Health Nursing. Shaji Kurian, graduating with a Master of Mental Health Nursing. Anisha Lal, graduating with a Master of Mental Health Nursing. Lisa Lin, graduating with a Master of Mental Health Nursing. Mary Matthias, graduating with a Master of Mental Health Nursing. Lakmore Maludi, graduating with a Master of Mental Health Nursing. Lachlan Moorthorpe, graduating with a Master of Mental Health Nursing. Christine Mawood, graduating with a Master of Mental Health Nursing. Maria Muon, graduating with a Master of Mental Health Nursing. Shruti Narula, graduating with a Master of Mental Health Nursing. Scott Oliver, graduating with a Master of Mental Health Nursing. Anne Jane Pallavi, graduating with a Master of Mental Health Nursing. Rebecca Patterson, graduating with a Master of Mental Health Nursing. Priya Puluz, graduating with a Master of Mental Health Nursing. Arun Mani Poodle, graduating with a Master of Mental Health Nursing. Hannah Ravanan, graduating with the Master of Mental Health Nursing. Ranjana Sharma, graduating with the Master of Mental Health Nursing. Sagar Shretha, graduating with the Master of Mental Health Nursing. Sudip Shretha, graduating with the Master of Mental Health Nursing. Abigail Sabanda, graduating with the Master of Mental Health Nursing. Rajiv Singh, graduating with the Master of Mental Health Nursing. Gachina Saltesa, graduating with the Master of Mental Health Nursing. Ashley Thompson, graduating with the Master of Mental Health Nursing. Abigail Thurling, graduating with the Master of Mental Health Nursing. Duriba Ticha, graduating with the Master of Mental Health Nursing. Atelate Viha, graduating with the Master of Mental Health Nursing. Vivek Kumar Verma, graduating with the Master of Mental Health Nursing. Vinitha Vikraman, graduating with the Master of Mental Health Nursing. Tessiso Waco, graduating with the Master of Mental Health Nursing. Winnie Wenjohi, graduating with a Master of Mental Health Nursing. Belinda Weston, graduating with a Master of Mental Health Nursing. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates at this time.
Thank you, Professor Johnson. We'll now enjoy a short musical interlude by India Seddon Callaghan, Bree Young, Andrew Gray and Terence Koo, performing I Wish by Stevie Wonder. All of the group are graduates of the university's music program. Thank you. Thank you all very much. I think at a time like this we could all do with a bit of Stevie Wonder. That was well done. Thank you, India, Bree, Andrew and Terence. I now invite Associate Professor Inda to continue presenting graduates.
Chancellor, I present Ravi Kumar Suresh Kumar, graduating with a Master of Nurse Practitioner. Jade Lensing, graduating with a Master of Nursing with distinction and a graduate certificate in clinical nursing. Suvish Venugopal, graduating with a Master of Nursing and a Bachelor of Nursing. Priscilla Chenkara, graduating with a Master of Nursing with distinction. Lauren Deland, graduating with a Master of Nursing with distinction. Zara Fasial Mohad Ahmed, graduating with a Master of Nursing with distinction. Lucy Hanlon, graduating with a Master of Nursing with distinction. Prince Rupert Ramirez, graduating with a Master of Nursing with distinction. Josephine Reinberger, graduating with a Master of Nursing with distinction. Roseanne Wong, graduating with a Master of Nursing with distinction. Mercy Amafula, graduating with a Master of Nursing. Clarissa Bahari, graduating with a Master of Nursing. Iana Kritikos, graduating with a Master of Nursing. Kendall Davis, graduating with a Master of Nursing. Aretha D. Guzman, graduating with a Master of Nursing. Matthew Dillon, graduating with a Master of Nursing. Amanda Fitzgerald, graduating with a Master of Nursing. Jacqueline Gain, graduating with a Master of Nursing. Kylie Hinton, graduating with a Master of Nursing. Hannah Hollins, graduating with a Master of Nursing. Gladys Kamali, graduating with a Master of Nursing. Trudy Kleiner-Kaffefer, graduating with a Master of Nursing. Beulah Varghese Manjali, graduating with a Master of Nursing. Fiona Mutumbois, graduating with a Master of Nursing. Thandui Nukubi, graduating with a Master of Nursing. Jane Pasqualo Domingo, graduating with a Master of Nursing. Taylor Richards, graduating with a Master of Nursing. Raphael Smith, graduating with a Master of Nursing. Vicky Davies, graduating with a Master of Nursing, Advanced Practice. Karen Hogan, graduating with a Master of Nursing, Advanced Practice. Deborah Bell, graduating with a Graduate Certificate in Clinical Nursing. Jacqueline McCarthy, graduating with a Master of Nursing. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates.
Thank you, Professor Inder. I'd now like to invite Lucy Hanlon, who is graduating today with a Master of Nursing with distinction, to speak on behalf of the graduates. Thank you, Lucy.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, members of the Council, staff of the University, families and friends of graduates, and most importantly, graduates. I'm greatly honoured to be delivering this address on behalf of the graduates present and those who are not able to be here. The University of Newcastle holds a special connection to my family. My parents met here while studying back in 1974, and then in true Catholic form had 10 children, 9 of which have completed or are currently completing their first degrees here too. I was the first to venture into nursing, and after my first year of study, was ready to pack it in. Fortunately, one of my lecturers spoke with my mother and told her that I was going to make a great nurse one day. Those words of encouragement kept me going and going and going. And now here I am, greatly humbled to be standing here today. What can I say now but wow, what a year. We've certainly had our share of challenges and adversities this year, whilst juggling the demands of work, studying, and living in an environment that is ever-changing and constantly demanding. It has been extraordinarily hard and exhausting at times, but it's testament to our graduates who have demonstrated great displays of determination, persistence, and resilience. We thank our support networks, our partners, families, friends, colleagues, IT specialists, therapists, baristas and bartenders. These people have helped us through the late nights and lost weekends, with the retrieval of unsaved assignments, and encouraged us to keep going when we felt like we were limping to the finish line. We thank our educators, who have done a remarkable job in teaching us with such enthusiasm and commitment through this challenging time. Your passion for teaching was evident in your unwavering support and motivation, just wanting for us to succeed. Through all the trials of online learning and Zooming, you worked with us to encourage self-directed learning, facilitated our online discussions, and were readily available when we needed help. And finally, congratulations to all the graduates. Each of us has found our way here today through hard work and dedication. Though we may have had different beginnings, journeys and stories, we share the same passion for nursing. Armed with this passion and our newfound knowledge and skills, it is now our job to share this with our colleagues, patients and the community. Thank you.
Thank you indeed, Lucy, for speaking as well as you did on behalf of your colleagues. What a wonderful family story, and one we hear often. It was wonderful to hear that. And I must explain that Lucy stepped in with very short notice to deliver that address and really hit it on the head. So that was wonderful. Thank you indeed. I hope all of you enjoyed today's ceremony, and I thank you for joining the university community in the celebration of the awarding of degrees. Before I declare the ceremony concluded, this time I'd like to ask the graduates to remain seated and for all of the rest of us to stand up and join me in applauding their wonderful achievements. Thank you very much. I now declare the ceremony concluded. Once again, though, graduates, congratulations, and in your case, can I say in advance, thank you for the difference you're going to make to a lot of lives throughout your careers. It's really, really appreciated. So go out and make the world a better place. Thank you.